I have a history of defending residents, and sometimes it's because of my nature, right? Back in 2002, 2003, the city of Redwood City was out of water. They couldn't build their massive downtown complex, and the state said, you need to come up with water if you want to build. So they concocted this great idea to build a recycled water plant. And there was one in Redwood City, and they wanted to put the water in the schools and in the playgrounds and in the parks instead of other areas in the city so they could build this giant city complex. Now, I'm not against development. I think development's important. The fact that we were against the fact that we wanted to put recycled water near kids was the issue, because you only screen for 17 to 21 different toxins, and there's things you don't screen for that you don't know of. So why play that risk, right? Just to be able to build, and build for no reason, right? So that was the challenge. And so the developers were trying to find ways to get back at me. And what they did was they didn't really hack my internet network. Back then, I just left it open for all my neighbors to use. And they basically signed up the planning commissioner with porn sites and then tried to frame me for sending that. And I was like, first I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, that's horrible. And then I realized that's even worse. It's on my IP address.
Yes.
So the charges were made. There were 3 charges that were put into place. One was kind of the equivalent of, when you crank call someone, and there were 2 other charges that we pleaded not guilty to. And then the case was settled, right? And this was a sealed case that was there. But, I had replications in my job. I had replications in some other areas. I took a big hit for it. And I promised my wife that I would not do anything in politics till the kids were graduated and out into school. So here I am again, right? And my wife is like, oh my God, you got involved in this. You're going up against developers and union activists and all these folks that, really pushing this agenda, and you're trying to defend residents who don't even care sometimes. I'm like, no, we should all care.